Hello everybody out there in the music community. This is Mike or Soldier 777. This is my third video that I've shot this weekend. And what I'm going to try to do is probably show 1, 2, or 3 videos each weekend if an idea comes to my mind. Because where the weekdays tend to be pretty busy, and in the evenings sometimes, or I like to relax in the evenings. So on this video, I'm going to show some neat compilations I have from various bands in my collection. Now, I'm not the one to collect every single compilation of greatest hits albums from bands, only if that album comes with something different, like alternate versions of albums, unreleased tracks, alternate versions of songs, unreleased tracks, a thick booklet which shows a history, that kind of thing. Basically, if there's something in that collection that I don't have, or comes with additional artwork or something different. And as you may know, a lot of bands have put out compilations, with a very thin booklet, not much to it, a 2-page folded insert with stuff on each side. All the songs is on previous albums, nothing new, but I tend to collect compilation only if it has something unique with that compilation package, and all it has to do with the presentation. So let's get started on what I have in my collection. So here we have Petra War Remembrance, which features the first 15 years of Petra, or the first 10 or 11 albums. And even though the cassettes don't have nothing that's not on the previous albums, what I find neat with this one comes with a little booklet. And in this booklet shows some detailed information, such as a foreword from Daryl Harris, which was a president of Star Sign. And it has introduction. And it has some information about the album, who played on what people thought about the album, and so what was going on in the world at that time the album came out, which I think is kind of neat. And it shows like pictures of the band, that kind of thing, like this one here, which is during the More Power to You era, which was a pretty cool pictured band. So there you have it. So this is Petra War Remembrance, Volume 1 and 2, which came in 1988, which is kind of neat. Next up we have Petra 50-year anniversary edition, which was put up by Gerda Records. And it features 3 CDs and a booklet which shows a write-up, I believe, from Bob Hartman. There you have it, with band pictures and everything. So it's kind of cool to have this in my collection. So, and this is the deluxe version that I got. So, the only thing I find with this collection is that sometimes it's hard to get the CD in at a slip cover. So, next up we have, and I figure I'll show you the vinyl version of this as well. 1 second now. I also have the vinyl version of this as well, which is a 5 LP set. And it comes with a similar booklet on this one as well. So, there you have it. Next up we have Jerusalem, 10 years after, and which this came in 1988 after Dancing Ahead of the Serpent. I believe this is a contract fulfillment of Refuge Records, if I'm not mistaken. And even though there's not much on the inside, there's only a little 2-page insert, 4-panel insert. Not much to it. What is kind of neat with this one is that I don't have any Alf Christensen's solo albums, so it does have 2 songs: "Practice What You Preach" and "Reach for the Stars." 2 tracks. So because I don't collect Alf Christensen stuff, maybe I should start. I don't know, but I'm probably interested in Jerusalem Jerusalem as a band. But it's kind of neat to have in my collection because I don't have those 2 songs. So there you have it. Jerusalem 10 years after. And I believe, no, I think I had the albums that was featured on this before I bought this album anyway. So there you have it. Jerusalem 10 years after. Next up we have Jerusalem called Treaty, which means 30 in Swedish. There's a compilation album. And I believe this has 3 songs. 1 second now. I believe this one has 2 or 3 songs. I think 3. I can't remember because some of the stuff is in Swedish. It has Hey Listen, which means hey listen, and Coming Down. I had 3 songs. That was unreleased. Anyway, so it has 2 or 3 songs unreleased on this one. And this came in 2006. And there's also a couple of videos ago I showed a video which accompanied this compilation album. A couple of videos ago, it was a live performance he did back 2006. So even though it's 2006, they were 475, and I guess in somewhere in 2005, 2006, they were celebrating that period of time in their history. So 30 years of Jerusalem's ministry or being together as a band. Great heads in my collection. So next up, we have another great compilation, Resurrection Band Music to Raise the Dead. This comes with 4 discs, 3 disc, and a DVD of the 20 Years Live album, which I have on CD as well. So it's great, has in my collection. Also comes with a very, very thick booklet, which shows information about the band, their history, pictures, like this one, which is kind of really cool. This one here as well with Stu House and Glenn Kaiser, very awesome. Oh, and there's Stu, one of my favorite pics of Stu House, or one of my favorite pics of him with his guitar. There it was double neck guitar. This one here too, I think same guitar. It was on the Colors album, the double neck guitar. Love the guitar. So yeah, it's kind of cool having my collection. And I think this has demos on this as well, not released in any other albums. One second, let me just check and see. I think this one has somewhere. Anyway, I think this one has some unreleased demo album material as well. But anyway, great heads in my collection. And of course, I've always been a Res fan. So there you have it. Great heads in my collection. Next up, we have 2 compilations from one of my favorite bands, or my favorite band, Stryper. Here you have Can't Stop the Rock, which features 2 unreleased tracks, Believe and Can't Stop the Rock. And Believe was a single too, which featured footage from Desert Storm back in '91. And what's the neat thing about this one is that now I had the CD from this. This wasn't the original CD I had back in the day because it got damaged. But I bought this again. And what's neat about this is got the blue text in this one. Now I do have 2 inserts, this one and this one's a bit darker. Now what's neat about this one is that you look at this one, this has got a different Hollywood Records logo on the inserts. See that? A bit different. Now what's neat about this one is that what I might try to do is if I ever see a band in concert, and I gotta show you something else too. Can't Stop the Rock on this one is easier to see than this one. See how it's not had the white going through it? Kind of interesting. Also too, if I ever get to meet the band, I might get them to sign this photo and get this framed and put on the wall. I might try that too as well. So, and what's the neat thing with this one is that it shows all the albums we've done over the years, and I believe it shows the singles. It does show the singles came from each album on this one, and the songs on each album, and there's also a little write-up right here. There's also a thing that's pretty cool. So yeah, it's great to have in my collection. I mean, and also too, a bit of history with this too as well. I learned this within the past 2 or 3 years. When Ignited Records went bankrupt in around 1991, one of the Hine brothers, I think his last name Hine, Wesley Hine, I think it is, if I'm not mistaken. he went with Hollywood Records. So he got straight to sign a deal with Hollywood Records. What they were going to do is that they were going to put out a new album under Hollywood Records to follow with Against the Law. Where they didn't want them to invest too much money into the band, they told them they wanted to do a compilation album instead with Hollywood Records, and which is what we now know as Can't Stop the Rock. So with the 2 new tracks, unreleased tracks, which is kind of unusual because when the band is done with the label and had a few albums with that label, they'll put a compilation album with that label. But what they did, the first album they recorded with Hollywood Records, they recorded only 2 new songs, and rest is like tracks from previous albums. Also, they absorbed the back catalog from David Records under Hollywood Records and started pressing their first 5 albums under the Hollywood Records label as well. There you have it. So that's a little bit of trivia for you. There you have it. German Can't Stop the Rock came out July 1991. Also, too, I want to note too is the fact that I bought this album in April of 92. I think I had known this album came out. When I bought this album, I'm not sure if I don't think I knew that Circle broke up at that time. I think I found it a little while later that they broke up as well. So I bought this in April 1992, and 2 years after, in April of 94, Michael Sweet puts out his first solo album. So this was the first, and when I bought this album, I had the first five albums on cassette. So it was the first album I ever bought on CD, and it's the only album I had on CD for a long time, until around 2000, 2001, when I started buying the back catalog, the first 5 albums on CD. So there you have it. So this got a lot of rotation in my CD player in my car, which I had one of those CD players on the top of your dash and have your tape going, you tape that. So it's got played a lot. So there you have it. So when servers started to regroup around 2000, 2003, they put another compilation album with Hollywood Records called 7 the Best Of. So there you have it. And even though Something For You were more modern rock tracks, this is a great album to have in my collection. Now, even though, of course, here's the inside, got the neat Server logo, and even though there wasn't much inside in the way of pictures, which only has the artwork and the all the special things and credits, that kind of thing. Michael Sweet did have a write-up here, which I thought was kind of neat. But on the inside, it does have the album covers: Young Black Attack, Soldiers, 12 the Devil, and God We Trust, and Against the Law. So, which is also kind of neat in the background of the lyrics. So I thought it was kind of cool. So pretty cool to have in my collection. So, and with this album coming out, I remember buying this back in 2003, early 2003 at a local record store. I was very glad this came out because I knew that something was happening to Striper finally after all these years. So great has in my collection. Another great album I have is Impellitteri, Faster Speed Light, the very best Impellitteri. It's a Japanese import bought a while back. I think the price of this is after going up. I bought this back around 2014, about 10 years ago. And it features all their albums they put out from 1987 to 2002, with System X, which is second album they had with vocalist Graham Bonnet. There's 2 unreleased tracks in this one: Cyberflesh and Freak Show. And this one does have the Japanese OBI strip on this one. It's kind of cool that I got this. I bought this brand new. There you have it. So next up, we have a split compilation between Ken Temple's first 2 albums and the Shout's first 2 albums called At Top of Their Lungs. And it's got 2 unreleased tracks at the time it came out in 1992, with Seekers Cry Out Loud and Little Liar. But it also has the extended version of In Your Face and a remixed version of Give Me an Answer Now, which is kind of cool. That's the unique thing about this album. And I think also too on the Girder reissue of Can't Temple Axe to Grind, It does include Secrets Cry Out Loud and Little Liar. But Tums came out, these were unreleased tracks. There you have it. Shout, Temple, at Top of the Lungs came out in 1982. Next up we have Narnia, Decade of Confession, which features the first decade of Narnia. No. Yeah, I think, yeah, Decade of Confession. Thus decade, the word decade. I believe features 1997 to 2007. So, kind of cool. And it comes with a very thick booklet. It's a 2-disc set. And it has, let me show you this. It's loaded with songs on each CD. It's got like 13 songs on each CD. And it shows pics of the band, the history of the band, that kind of thing. So very, very cool. It has in my collection. So it features the first 5 albums from the band from 1998 to 2006. So this compilation came out in 2007. So very cool. It has in my collection. Next up, we have another compilation from Narnia that came out in 2021 called Soli Deo Gloria. Very cool. And I don't think this has much in the way of new stuff. It's not on other albums, but it does have a very nice booklet, which I'll give in a second. And it is a 2-disc set. As soon as I open here, it's a nice 2-disc set. And that's the behind the CDs there, kind of cool. And there's some reflections from Christian Lilligren, very nice. And it also shows pictures of the band as well, very cool. So here's a picture of them with the guys in Striper, very cool, very nice picture, great pic. And another one, very cool. So that's a very nice compilation. So and last, I also have a record version of Can't Stop the Rock. This is I think this is some of a rare album. Now I imported this from South Korea. I didn't pay too much for it, but here's the record itself. Very nice. On Hollywood Records. And here's the back of the album, which shows similar to what the insert has. There you have it. And here's the front part there. And it also has the insert, which also show. And this is pretty much solid rate. This is probably very good condition. And here's the Korean language. And here is the lyrics. It's all there for you. So it's kind of cool as in my collection. So that's it, folks. That's my collections, or my compilation collection from some favorite bands of mine. I hope you enjoyed this video. And let me know what you think. What compilations that you have in your collection that are your favorite. Any thoughts, please comment below. Like I said before, I only collect compilations if there's something unique to have to offer, or something different of the band that they can provide, added to the band's legacy, that kind of thing. So anyway, folks, have a great day. All the best. Bye now.